uncle and aunt when you see them after lockdown. What you need is an old-fashioned plant pot and some twigs. Now the twigs that I've used are from my garden, and I washed them and dried them. And what you first need to do is cut off this rim. Now that rim, you're going to need probably going to need a big pair of scissors, and as I always say, you must use tools or any sharp implement with a parent or a older brother and sister who's responsible. Now you can see I made two cuts, one here and one here, and the reason I did that is so that I could cut out a hole here so that I can get round the whole pot. And once you get past the rim, it's not too bad to cut. And this little indentation here helps you to cut straight. And there you go. This bit here can be recycled if you have recycling at near your house. And if you see that there's a little bit that you want to cut straighter, just do that, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, now be careful just in case there are any sharp bits here. There shouldn't be, but just in case. Hi there, so I'm back again, and now you can see I've put one rubber band on my plant pot, and I'm going to put another rubber band on my plant pot. And the reason why I'm doing that is so I can secure the sticks and put a bit of pressure on them while the glue is drying. So actually I think it would be better to measure your plant pots, and this is about 10.5 centimeters, and then take a twig, measure 10.5 centimeters or maybe a bit longer, mark it with a felt tip pen, and then use your secateurs to cut it. And you'll see that it fits quite nicely. I'm just going to get the rubber band straight. And what you need to do with the first stick is to roll it in some glue. Now if you don't like getting your fingers messy, you can always use a brush. Pick up one rubber band, pick up another rubber band, the other rubber band, and just let it dry nice and straight. And the reason you need to let it dry is so that you've got something firm to push against when you glue the rest of them. So we're going to leave that to dry for about 15-20 minutes. Ideally leave it to dry for a couple of hours, but 15-20 minutes, half an hour should be enough. Okay, see you in a bit. So here we are. I've put a couple together just to make it nice and secure, and you can see, you know, the glue's dry because it's gone a bit transparent. So don't worry too much if you find that the glue splatters about a bit, but please be careful and make sure that you cover your surface that you're working on so that you don't mess things up and make mum and dad or auntie and uncle angry. So again, all you do is dip the stick rather against the glue, turn it on its side and push it together. Try and get as close as possible. If you can't, doesn't matter if there's a few gaps, and then carry on. I'll see you in a bit. End of your glue, rather than waste it, it gets a bit difficult to roll the twigs in there, so just use your finger. If you don't like getting sticky, then get somebody else to do it. You can see I've used lots of different sizes of twig. And it doesn't matter if they don't fit perfectly, because eventually the glue is going to hold everything together anyway. Now I'm going to leave it to dry for a good few hours now, and you can see that by the time I've finished, it will all dry clear like this, so you won't really see anything. And don't worry about little splodges of glue in there, these are all quite safe glues. However, before you plant your plants, make sure everything is nice and dry, because you don't want to hurt the plants by giving them whatever's inside this. Now this PVA glue is waterproof, and it's also food safe as well, so it's not a problem if you want to grow, well, I don't think it's a problem if you want to grow some fruit or vegetables in there, but always have a think about safety first, and listen to mum and dad or the grown up in your house, just so that you know that you're doing the right thing. Oh, there's one more twig here, I think I'm going to use that. And you can see I'm using the splodges of glue that I've all over my cardboard, just to squeeze that little bit in. Now leave it to dry for a few hours, and if you find there are lots of drips and things in there, it very easily peels off the plastic. But don't worry if you don't think they're going to stick properly, because what we're going to do next, using some garden twine, is to just make some nice, neat bindings really for the pot. Okay, see you in a bit.